Alright, welcome back. Listeners, you listen to your station, your voice, the Galaxy Radio. Tuned to CineManiacs here. Welcome back to our second half of our final semester show here. So for our first half, the movies we reviewed included Lady Bird and Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. And for our second half, we're going to be doing a Tommy Wiseau double feature kind of. So we have the OG film, which made him pretty much famous. We have The Room, which was released in 2003, The Citizen Kane of bad movies, followed by Disaster, which is a movie about that movie made by which is really good, made by James Franco, Dave Franco, Seth Rogen, and all that. The boys. The gang's all here.
The Franco Rogen.
So before we start talking about The Room and Tommy Wiseau and all that stuff. So I want to ask you guys, just very briefly, how did you first hear about The Room in general? Just The Room, not just The Room. If you can remember.
That's a good question.
Because I know my experience, but I
just knew it existed. Like, I honestly don't remember why I knew The Room, like my first experience with it. I just knew it was a thing. Like, I honestly don't, like, I just knew it existed, and that's, like, pretty much it. I think the first time I ever, like, actually saw, like, something about The Room was when I watched The Cinema Sins, like, Everything Wrong with The Room, which I think might have also been my first time getting into it. No, it wasn't, because I already knew something about it. I just don't, you just know about it. It just happened. I honestly can't explain it.
Honestly, I'm not joking. I'm not joking when I say this. I think the first time I found out about The Room was because of memes.
I think so too.
Wow. They're just. Oh, here's the thing. Like,
the answer to everything.
Big joke.
It's just a big joke. So, I was on the, like, it was back in, like, the early days, and, like, everyone had iFunny, and you just see The Room memes, and it's just like, what is this? Like, what is, you're tearing me apart, Lisa, what does that mean? And, like, you look it up, and then you find out it's from a horrible movie, and then you watch the movie, and it sticks with you.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure I found out about The Room because of memes. If not, it's because of the CineManiacs, like Steven said.
Yeah, like, it's not one of those things you're born with knowing, because I was like 6 when it came out.
Yeah.
So I wasn't born knowing it. It was just like I guess like it was just implanted in my mind that, oh yeah, The Room exists. I just don't know I really don't know why I know how The Room was a thing. I just know it exists.
It's like from birth. Like, you just know that Morgan Freeman has the greatest voice ever, and The Room was a thing.
What about you, Levi? When did you first learn about The Room?
I first learned about The Room when the first trailer for the Disaster Artist
Are you
came
serious?
out.
Okay.
And then we moved in back in August and we're talking about it. Yep. That's when I first heard and knew about The Room.
Okay.
Because the only Room I had known about that before was just Room with Brie Larson.
Yeah.
See, I knew Room before that. I just, like I said, I don't know how I know it.
What about you, Irvin?
So I first heard about The Room. I think it was earlier of this year. It was way before I heard anything about Disaster Artist. I just saw this YouTube video saying, like, why the worst movie of all time is being celebrated to this day. And I clicked on it, and it wasn't CineManiacs. It was just, like, this guy explaining, like, kind of professionally, but, like, why, like, it's a cult favorite and why everyone loves it and why, like, people go to movie theaters and quote it all the time. And so I was just saying to myself, like, okay, so this is a movie that was made, and it was very early, like in 2003. So I'm like, okay, so I would never have seen this movie at all. And then I just started slowly finding out about, like, Tommy Wiseau and who he is, and then I saw The Room, like, Disaster Artist come. I'm just like, wait, there's a movie about this movie. I'm like, wait, and it has Seth Rogen, James Franco. I'm like, it has them. Like, okay, so this might be a bigger thing than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's like the Disaster Artist is a movie about a book about the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, Disaster Artist was written by the co-star of The
Greg
Room.
Sestero.
Greg Sestero.
Who
Mark.
Who hates that. He hates it so much.
Yeah.
But he's still with Tommy to this day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is Tommy with him still to this day?
I don't know, but like also
I don't know. The movie, it's up to you.
I think like I really started like knowing a lot more about it also when because I found out that the Tivoli just does a really big showing of The Room, and Tommy Wiseau also shows up to the showing of The Room.
Yeah, he didn't show up to my showing.
Yeah, he only does. It's like when
It's like once a year.
it's like
I know.
not. It's like
It's
like
every
once.
other year.
Yeah, because it happened. I think it happened like It happened my freshman year.
So 2019 is when he's coming back.
So our senior year.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
It happened my freshman year, I think, and I didn't. I was like, wait, what? And then like when I really knew about The Room more, it happened the day before I got back on campus because my mom was like, you need to do stuff the day before. You need to do stuff on Friday night, so you can't come back on campus till Saturday morning. So I could have met Tommy Wiseau in person and got like a picture with him, but I had to do other priorities then, which was real.
Gotta do them.
which sucked.
Them home duties.
It was literally just dyeing my hair and going to the doctor. That was literally all I had to do.
Who needs to go to the doctor when you can see Tommy Wiseau?
Tommy Wiseau's more important than my health.
Go to a doctor, Steven. Stay
You're so-
healthy.
You're so funny, Brendan.
Alright, so awesome. That's all I kind of just wanted to hear from you guys. So, without any further ado, let's start with the movie that made this whole thing all famous. We are going to talk about The Room, which came out in 2003, starring the man, the myth, the legend, Tommy Wiseau, or Wiseau, whatever you prefer.
Wiseau.
Yes, yeah, why is
I'm going to say Wiseau. I don't care.
Honestly, no one really cares which one you say. So.
It's he's
Speaking of, someone is telling to post about the disaster artist like right now.
Yep.
there you go.
That's awesome. What you doing on your phone?
I was literally just checking. That's it.
All right, so we're going to see this movie tomorrow night. All the three of us will. Well, because
Me and him have seen it.
oh, sorry. Okay, then well, Levi and I are going to see this tomorrow night with all of
No,
you.
The Room.
The Room.
Oh, The Room.
Yeah, The Room.
Oh, when are you
Steve.
guys watching it?
Tomorrow night.
What time?
It'll most likely be after our class. Cause,
Yeah.
I'm seeing Shape of Water tomorrow.
oh,
You've seen it though.
I know, but I want to be there with you guys when you watch
alright,
it.
that's fair.
I
mean,
well, anyway,
can't
let's
wait.
get back to the topic at hand. So, The Room,
Wait, just wait till
2003.
like
We'll wait. Yes.
The Room came out in 2003, starring Tommy Wiseau, Greg Sestero, and it's just a really weird movie from what I've heard. But Brennan, you're the one who actually saw this craziness of a masterpiece. I'll say it again, like I said before, the Citizen Kane of bad movies. You saw it not too long ago. Tell
Yeah.
us how it went.
So I had never seen The Room until like last month, right before I saw Disaster Artist, because what they did was they showed it at the Tivoli. If you went and you saw The Room at the Tivoli that night, they gave out free advanced passes to see the Disaster Artist on the 22nd.
thank you, Trevor.
Yeah,
Our teacher,
our advanced editing color teacher gave us passes to see The Room. at
yeah,
the
because
Tivoli.
he was gonna go see it, but he couldn't see it. So like during our class, he's like, "Hey, does anybody want these tickets?" And me and Brendan both just looked at each other. We're just
Yeah.
like, "Do it," but I couldn't because I was stuck trying to fix my Adobe stuff, which
Yeah.
still didn't get fixed till like last week. I'm upset.
Yup.
This got deep really fast, but anyway.
But let me.
Now,
The
here's
audience,
the thing.
it's who you watch it with is what makes this movie fun, and that's why I want to be with you guys when you see this movie, is because it's gonna be so much fun watching this. Let me just start by saying it doesn't take a film major to realize that this is a bad movie. This movie is just
Everyone knows it's bad.
It's ungodly bad.
from
like,
the opening you can tell what kind of a movie you are in for.
I know.
Oh my god. That's not the beginning.
I know, but
That's not the beginning. So Tommy Wiseau is one of those guys who wrote, produced, and directed and starred in their own movie. Someone should have told him no.
That's the key word. Someone should have told him, but the thing is, did they?
Someone should have told him no,
They
but
thought it was gonna be good, but they realized like immediately it wasn't. But they couldn't stop.
and like The Room, I don't think there's not a good movie underneath all of this. There's not. It's just a fun, bad movie. It's literally a disaster. It is a garbage fire. But it's a
disaster
one.
about an artist.
The thing about garbage fires is they're fun to watch. And let me tell you, The Room is fun to watch.
Oh, God.
Let me just... here's the thing. I don't want to go into, like, too many
I don't even know the
details.
plot of the movie.
Okay, so let me just tell you what the plot is. The plot of The Room is we follow Tommy's character, Johnny. He is engaged to his fiancée, Lisa. Lisa doesn't love Johnny anymore. So she starts hooking up with his best friend, Mark. And it takes on from there.
This literally sounds like some high school drama.
Yeah.
It's like high school drama that's put on like a bigger scale.
And Tommy and Greg read the script and thought, this is good enough to make a movie.
Well, Greg knew it wasn't gonna be good.
Yeah.
He didn't want to.
He
couldn't hurt Tommy.
We'll get to Disaster Artist later.
Yeah.
But oh my God, the acting in this movie is just, it is over the top. I'm gonna give you one line of dialogue. Just one line of dialogue.
Once you start, you can't stop.
No. Like other than the ones that are already well known, I'm gonna give you one line of dialogue. Now I want you to know this subplot is never brought up again after this point. It is like 10 minutes into the movie. It is 10 minutes into The Room. And Lisa is talking with her mom.
God, I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember her mom's name.
Not
but
important.
her mom looks at her and goes, I got the test results. I definitely have breast cancer. That plot is never brought up again. And the audience is what makes this movie, because every single time her mom is on screen, right before she leaves, like she'll hug Lisa and kiss her on the nose or something. Every single time she said bye, the audience would scream, remember you have cancer! So, because it's never brought up again. The Room is just... I can't describe it. You've seen the videos, you've seen the jokes, but actually watching the whole thing is... It's an experience.
It's tearing me apart.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa!
Wait, did you also know he had a TV show?
Who?
Tommy
I've
Wiseau?
seen it. When I was a freshman, me and Pedro and Andrew and a few other friends watched like one episode of it. It's worse than The Room. It's really bad. I think it's called Neighbors. It's online somewhere.
Who allowed that? Who passed that?
I
did
don't
not
know.
see The Room. Like,
I think
who
it came out.
Who greenlit
It came
that?
out
Why?
after The Room.
Okay.
Probably Tommy greenlit it.
Yeah, you probably just.
It was Tommy who greenlit it.
We'll get into how it probably happened whenever we talk about Disaster Artists.
Oh yeah.
But we all have been on a set. We know how set designing works.
Mm-hmm.
One of the decorations in The Room is a framed photo of a spoon.
Why?
A spoon.
Why?
Don't ask the question
It
you
is
don't want to
in
answer.
multiple shots throughout the movie.
That's like, okay.
They just have a framed picture of a spoon, and no one closes the door. Anytime someone walks into the house, the door stays open. This movie is a mess. There are at least 4 or 5 sex scenes in this movie. Each one lasts 7 minutes long.
So tell me, how's your sex life?
I'm not joking. Like, they play.
It's so funny.
There's a song that is played continuously throughout this movie called "You Are My Rose." They played the sex scene over the whole song. They played the whole song. The whole song is at least like 3 minutes long, and they played the whole song.
They loop it.
This is
They just
bad.
loop the song.
This is bad.
You will. That's why I need to be with you guys when you see this movie. a mess. It is a beautiful mess.
Wait, it's a masterpiece of a mess, though.
It's a disaster piece.
It's a disaster piece. That's the hashtag of the night, disaster piece.
I mean, there are just, I can't.
Fathom what you've watched.
I don't understand. I mean, I understand why this movie happened now that I watched The Disaster Artist, but why?
Well,
Why?
here's the thing. I feel like now I'm sure, and this is, I mean, I want to say sure. I'm like probably like it's super true that like Disaster explains everything, like the motive behind making this movie to like why it was released, right? So I'm just saying like this just for like what I think is that Tommy Wiseau wanted to make a movie, a Hollywood movie, and this is that. This is that movie that he wanted to go and achieve.
I don't know if it's sad or if we should be sad or proud, Irvin, that we bought this thing on.
What do you mean? I did.
I bought
proud.
this thing
Be proud
on
of it.
Blu-ray. I tried to get the DVD,
Be proud
but
of
the
it.
DVD was sold out, so I had to get the Blu-ray.
Yeah, originally,
I would think it would be the other way around. The
Yeah.
Blu-ray would be sold out, not the DVD.
yeah, originally Levi wanted this movie so bad that like
I
he was
wanted
like,
it so bad. I wanted to see it before we saw The Disaster Artist, but like literally, like Netflix, Hulu, like all of them, they don't have it.
They
so,
don't want it.
I know. Like
You know, it would be popular.
I don't understand why they don't want it.
So-
It would
so-
make them
yeah.
so much money.
So the only reason why I bought it was because like
Sonic
the
probably
only
would sell it to
the only
me.
way I'd be able to watch it is
Yeah.
if I bought it off of Amazon.
It's online.
That is the only. I've tried looking for it online and I can't find it.
You haven't looked hard enough.
You can find it online. No, no.
No.
I know what you're saying.
we're
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
advertise that, okay? We're not
The
doing
answer
that.
is no.
Let me tell you something. Levi, he tells you this. I'm just like, okay. He goes, you have Amazon? I go, yeah. He goes, I have Amazon Prime. I go, okay. And so he's like, I'll give you the money for it. I go, why not? So Levi pays me for this. So now, congratulations. Like, I'm gonna buy it eventually, but right now, Levi, you own
I
the
want to
room.
own this movie.
It's okay. I own this movie. I have this movie in my movie collection before The Cat in the Hat. So
Yeah, but you got the Cat in the Hat
I do,
first.
but I put this movie in there instead of The Cat in the Hat.
Okay, but still,
You're going
you got
to.
the Cat.
Hey, you know, we're gonna release the
Wasn't a
room on
choice,
four.
though.
Will the room be on 4K?
I'll do it.
No. When The Disaster Artist comes out on Blu-ray,
It'll come in a
DVD,
double pack.
Yeah, it'll come in a double pack, and they'll both be on 4K.
You think
Oh
the
my
spoon's gonna be like imperfect, like just it's gonna be like a spotlight just on the spoon. Okay, so I know like obviously I wanted to just spoil because we're gonna see it tomorrow night, but
Yeah,
like
I don't want to tell you all about it.
so like there's just so like, the thing is this movie. Let me explain to you something. This movie, there's so much to talk about. Honestly, that if we were to talk about this entire movie tonight, Brandon alone, we'd be here for a good like 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Probably.
You could probably write a,
So-
you could probably get a
Yeah,
piece
the
of paper
whole
about the
paper,
room.
yeah.
We'd write like a whole like 10
My
page
senior
paper.
thesis will be on the room.
But
Oh my
Brendan,
God.
so like you said, the movie watching experience was way better than the actual movie itself.
Oh.
Tell us a little bit about that.
The movie watching experience?
Yeah.
So me and Elizabeth went to the Tivoli, and there were people not from the Disaster Artist, but they were like sponsoring the Disaster Artist. So they had like the Tommy Wiseau, James Franco Standee thing that we saw at Ronnie's, where you can like take a picture in the cardboard cutout. We get inside, we take our seats, and they come out and they're like, "Hey everyone, so thanks for coming, yada yada yada," and they all give us spoons, plastic spoons. And they're like, "We have a little game for you to play. We've given you a handout." And so I look and on my handout, and it says there are tasks for you to do throughout the whole thing. So it said every time that the framed photo of the spoon is on screen, scream spoon and throw your plastic spoons behind you. Every time Tommy and Greg play with the football, throw the giant inflatable football around the theater, and they brought out a big inflatable football with the Disaster Artist put on it. And anytime that they played, someone would get up and they'd pick it up and they'd just like spike it and send it flying throughout the whole theater.
What was the one where it was like every time it's a shot of San Francisco or something?
Yeah, there was a there's an establishing shot, and it was the same shot, and it would just pan, and it would play the same music. Every time that panning shot was on screen, you had to scream, go, 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 go. And then if it made it all the way across the bridge, you cheered. If it stopped before it got to the end of the bridge, you booed. It was great. It honestly made this movie great.
It sounds like a lot of interesting.
And like I said, that's why I want to watch this with you, because...
I'm not doing any of the tasks.
Oh no, I'm not expecting you to do any of the tasks. I
I'm
just
doing
want to
that
see your
until-
reactions to how horrible this movie is.
Well, I
Oh my
mean,
God.
so this is kind of I want to ask this question to you, but I'm not sure the response I'm gonna get.
What, my rating?
Yeah. Like, how
I'll
about
give
this?
2 different ratings.
How about this?
I'm
Yeah.
like, can you
give
beat
it.
the
Give it this.
Emoji Movie
How about
rating?
this? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. First, give it the actual rating that you think it like in terms of.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
And
the,
then-
the rating I think it deserves as a movie and the entertainment value of it.
Yeah, I'm like right, like how, on a scale of like how amazingly bad it is. Tell us that. So tell us your actual rating for this movie.
I would be generous if I gave this movie a 1 out of 10. Honest to God, because of how bad.
I'm not gonna curve.
I swear, once you see it, you'll understand why it is considered the worst movie.
So
ever
wait,
made.
am I hearing this correctly? You're gonna give
The
this movie a
Room
net.
out the Emoji Movie?
The Room should be out any movie.
But The Room...
It's considered the worst movie.
So
ever
wait,
made.
am I hearing you're gonna give this movie like a negative score?
I'll give it a no.
No, give it a-
I'll give it a 1.
Oh my god, that's the
Wow.
lowest we've had on
Nope.
this show.
Second. Well, this tied, actually. Because I gave the Emoji Movie a 1 last.
I gave The Circle a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
I gave Assassin's Creed a 3 out of 10.
So this beats out both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I
Rightfully
did the Emoji
so.
Movie, I gave it a 1.
Tommy Wiseau, if you're hearing us
I
correct.
think the lowest I've ever given was like a 5.4. And that was
Yeah.
for 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
They should.
Oh my god. Oh my
That was the
god.
lowest I've ever rated a
Dude, the
movie on
second
this
worst
show.
film of all time was 50 Shades of Grey.
No. the
Yeah.
Emoji Movie.
You haven't seen the Emoji Movie.
But I'll take Steven's word. I don't need to see it.
Also,
you
that's
can't judge a
animated.
movie before you've seen it.
That's right.
No.
Yeah, I can.
No.
You,
I
can't.
do
You
it-
literally said the other day
I
that
do
you
it all
can't
the
judge
time.
it. Oh,
You did.
okay.
You did say that last time.
Okay.
I do it all the time.
So let's get back to the
I
task at hand.
contradict
So
myself.
you give The Room a 1 out of 10?
Professionally, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10.
Okay, now what, in terms of greatest bad movie ever, what do you give it? A perfect, like, 11 out of 10?
I'll give this movie at least a 9 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
For entertainment
Entertainment,
purposes.
Levi, not actual.
I know, but even entertainment, that's a little high.
Let me tell you one thing.
That's
You-
I haven't
high.
It's you lie. You lie. Why do you lie?
Let me tell you something. I haven't seen this movie. I'm already gonna give it a 10 out of, like, greatest movies, like, of funniest movies ever.
You remember a year ago when you did that with Doctor Strange and you rethought it?
Yes.
I need you to
No.
take that
I
in
need you to do
consideration.
that.
No.
I need you to take that in
Nope.
consideration.
Nope. I'm giving it a 10.
Have you seen it?
I do it all the time.
Yeah, you.
I do it all the time.
Dude, if you can judge a movie about how bad it is before you see it, you can judge a movie about how good it is before you see
That's
it.
right.
No, he can't.
Yes, you can.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can do it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Levi.
I do it with like the.
Stella!
Who even is Stella?
That's a streetcar named Desire.
That was
Oh,
was
yeah.
what Tommy did for his audition.
Oh, yeah, you're
In the
right.
very beginning of the movie.
The audition streetcar named Desire.
I've
with
never
Stanley
seen-
Kowalski.
Never seen Streetcar Named Desire.
Okay, so I just want to. Okay, so obviously we still have plenty of time. But I was gonna say, is there anything you want to talk about? Actually, you know what? The hell with it. Let's just go right into Disaster Artist because I want to see
Yeah,
the comparisons
alright,
you
cool.
have. This is one
Alright.
that you and
Do you want me
Steven
to
saw.
tell? I mean, there's not much to tell about the plot.
I mean, I can do it.
It's the making of The Room,
literally
right?
So,
yeah, it's
yeah.
literally just
Yeah.
about the making of the
It's- yeah, it's literally like-
biopic.
it's like it's pretty much a biopic, like comedy about how Tommy and Greg met and how The Room came into its unholy birth
Yeah.
and how it just like was created and how it came to be. That's literally like the plot. That's pretty much it. What?
Nothing. Keep going.
You know, we're on camera. People can.
Yeah, I'm just confused.
Okay, it's just a phone that rings in the galaxy. It's like it just.
Oh
I've
yeah,
never-
it's right there. It's ringing right there.
I've never
Okay.
heard of
Is
it.
someone
Yeah, we've
calling
never
us?
heard it before.
Don't answer
No.
Yeah, don't.
Okay.
We got a call in, guys.
Let's see what it is. Can I not pick it up?
It's
No.
Tommy
It's
with
not for us. I can tell you that. It's not for
I kind of
us.
want to answer it.
It's already stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
Okay, next time
Don't
I
answer.
kind of want
This
to.
is some
Oh,
horror
come
movie stuff
on.
right now.
Come on.
This is some horror movies.
Come on.
The phone.
Let me
will
answer it. Let me
ring,
see who it
and
is.
there'll be no.
Guys, I'm going to do it.
No.
Don't do it.
Why not?
No.
It's
Guys, you don't know who could
This
be.
is
Okay, guys, come on. bring it
Yeah,
back.
let's keep going.
Let's
Freaks
keep
me
going.
out.
Fine, you guys are boring.
Yeah.
You're boring. Fine, go ahead. Continue.
Steve.
I'm just genuinely freaked.
Why?
I'm paranoid by that.
Would you stop?
Alright. Oh my god, why is it
Just
still
keep,
going?
just keep going. Yeah,
Okay.
you keep going. Don't worry about the phone.
Well, I'm done with the plot. Like, literally, I'm done with it. I already said it. It's easy.
Okay, well then let's talk about it. What do we want to talk about?
The movie.
I'm trying to get back into focus because it's really throwing me off.
Oh my god.
Okay, so let's talk about acting first of all. Let's just go ahead and get into the acting of James Franco as Tommy Wiseau.
It's literally so spot on and perfect. It's unbelievable.
It really.
He looks like him too, doesn't he?
His voice, his face. He looks a little young because here's the thing: nobody knows how old Tommy Wiseau is.
Supposedly he's
Nobody
like.
knows where he's
No,
from.
yeah.
either.
No one knows where he's from.
Supposedly
how old he
he's
is.
like from like Europe somewhere and like Louisiana, and he's also like in his like 40s or 50s.
He's from New Orleans.
Oh right.
He's from New Orleans.
Sorry.
That's New Orleans accent.
Okay.
He says that in the movie.
I
He says
believe
he
you.
has a
I
New
know
Orleans
that's what
accent.
you were getting at. I know.
But
I
like,
know it was a joke.
but it's so weird to see someone having to act like this for a character to be taken somewhat seriously. You know? Like Tommy Wiseau, that's just how he is. But now we're seeing someone act
Else.
like Tommy Wiseau. And it's weird. I felt like I watched Tommy Wiseau's whole life through Greg's eyes. And Dave Franco is he plays perfectly the idea of what is going on. Because that's basically how he is throughout the whole movie. He's just like, what is going on? Why? Okay.
Why?
I guess I'm just along for the ride. Because
Yeah.
there are so many good lines in this movie.
Don't say any of them because I'm.
I mean, the only ones I would say are from the trailer. Because there's a scene where Tommy meets Greg's mom. And she's like, how old are you? And he's like, that's none of my business. That's none of your business. And she's like, well, guess what? You're treating me like I was born yesterday or something. Like it's my birthday or something like that. And he's like, oh, happy birthday. Because she's like, I wasn't born yesterday. And he's like, happy birthday. It's just. And the thing is, I can see Tommy saying all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I think the scariest part of that was like, just like seeing James Franco on screen and saying to yourself like he is just like Tommy Wiseau.
Mhm.
Like even from the trailer, he like matches his like his voice, his movements. Like
His
he looks.
voice is spot on.
I surprised me like a lot because I'm just like I didn't know he could do like that spot on impression of Tommy Wiseau. Like it's weird. It's like it's described like in all seriousness, his like voice is described as being like it's like something with like French / like Louis like from New Orleans like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like a combination of both, but like it sounds like you're like with an accent, but it's not. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty interesting. But anyway, also we apologize if you still hear that phone in the background. I don't know what that is. I want to answer it, but
Oh my God! Then answer it.
No.
Don't answer.
It also, whatever it stops, and then it just starts right back.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, well here's what we're gonna do now.
We're
So
gonna blot it
we've
out.
talked about a little bit. So we've talked about the room, obviously. Now I want to. So also the Disaster Artist as well. Just a right comparison, straight comparison
Mhm.
between that. I don't really have anything else much to say about. I mean, I haven't seen obviously either of these films, but I mean, I don't know if you guys have anything else to say before we go into the.
Steven, we haven't heard you.
Oh yeah, it's true, Steven.
What did
Yeah,
you think of the
'cause-
Disaster
sorry about that.
Artist?
No, it's not your fault. Just the phone ringing threw me, so it just threw me off guard. What I really like, I had a really good time watching it because I've never laughed so much watching a movie like until I really watched this movie all the way through, like watched Disaster Artist. And even like for me, like I've never seen The Room, and I laughed so much because I still just got everything that happened because it was really funny. I don't have a favorite like in this movie because everybody does a really good job. Like even Seth Rogen is really funny and really good in this movie
I'm not a fan of Seth Rogen, but I thought he was hilarious in this movie.
because he's just really good in it. It's surprising, but yeah, I mean honestly, like it's really good. It's really like funny. Like it's a lot more. The plot is a lot more complex than The
Than what we're
Room.
making out to be, but
Yeah, it's also a lot more complex than The Room will ever be. So
yeah.
I mean, I can't say. I mean, that's pretty much all I have to really say about it. So
So if you guys want, let us know what you thought of the Disaster Artist. What the rating of, I should say.
I will give the Disaster Artist.
You can actually like give an actual rating of this one.
I'll give it a solid 8.
All right.
yeah,
Solid 8.
I'll also give it a solid 8.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. All righty. Well, what a night in
It
terms
has
of.
been a night, and it's not even the length of our
That's,
full show.
that's right. So we might be stopping on just a tab it. Actually, I'm ready to stop if you guys want. But if you guys want to talk anything about.
Well, I have a groovy scoop moment.
That's right. That's what I was gonna say. Like, if you want
I
to talk
have a
about.
groovy scoop moment.
So, do you want to pick one from The Room or from Disaster Artist?
I'm picking mine from The Room.
Okay.
Not The Room, the Disaster Artist.
Disaster. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm picking mine from the Disaster Artist.
So, what would be the groovy scoop moment of the night?
So, when you see The Room, you're gonna wonder why did this dialogue happen? Like, why did they choose these cuts? Well, they chose those cuts because those were the best ones. And you see that in the Disaster Artist with the infamous "I did not hit her" scene, which we all saw from the trailer, which is one of the funniest scenes in the movie. And because it's in the trailer, that's why I'm picking it. So I'm not really spoiling it. Because in the Disaster Artist, keep in mind, Tommy Wiseau wrote the script of this movie, and he didn't know his lines. He had to be like force-fed his lines. I think they ended up taking, what was it, like 57 takes?
It was
I thought it was like 32 takes.
no.
No, it took like
I thought it was like 60 something.
it was either 57 or 67.
Are you
I
serious?
think it was 67. It was 67. It's a
Wait,
67.
for just that
Yes.
the roof scene?
Just that
If I remember
one.
correctly, the roof
It
scene
was
of him saying,
67
"I
takes.
did not hit her. It's BS. I did not hit her. I
Factor
did not."
10.
All high mark.
Yes.
Was 60 takes?
Yeah,
It was
67.
60
Oh my god.
67 takes for them to get it right.
And the whole crew knew the lines, but Tommy didn't.
Oh.
And whenever you watch The Room and you're like, why are these lines are so bad? Why did they put these through? It's because they're the only ones where Tommy got them right.
Well.
There's a scene. I mean, it's the same scene, but there's one take that they had where he just walks out and he's like, "I hit her," and Seth Rogen's like, "No, do you want us to change the line? Like, is that what we're making it now? Is it I hit her?" I mean, there's one where he walks out of the door and he's looking straight into the camera saying, "I did not hit her. I did not. All high mark." And Seth Rogen's like, "You can't look into the camera when you give the line. You can't look into the camera. It's not how it works." But keep in mind, Tommy's never made a movie before, so he doesn't know that.
My question is, like, how on earth did he find a production crew?
I could tell you that,
No, well, don't do it
but
then.
it's kind of a spoiler.
Okay, don't do it then. That is one of those like pondering questions for myself, like how on earth?
When
did
you
he-
see
We
the
all
disaster,
pondered that question.
we all pondered that question until we saw the disaster artist, and
and
we're
you
like,
still ponder that question.
"Oh, I don't."
I mean, I still do.
I ponder how it happened.
Me too. That's why I still ponder. I mean, like once you find out how he does it, it makes sense. But I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm
how?
just like, what? Why? Seth Rogen's character is probably the most relatable one in the whole movie.
He just doesn't want to be there. Like he starts off being like, cool, this is gonna be really fun and exciting.
After the first day, he's
What,
like, I'm done.
What's his
He's the
crew
script.
position?
He's a script. He's
He's
the
a script suit. No, he's assistant director.
Yeah, he's AD.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
whenever
joy.
Tommy's on screen, he's the one that's directing.
Okay.
So he's AD.
You might as well be, the main director.
You want to be the director.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Groovy Scoop. So that was
That
That
was
was
my
it.
main
Main
one.
one.
And I already did my announcement at the beginning, so.
gotcha. So now that we're into that, what? Oh, you already gave your rating as well. Was it
You-
2 per
you-
good?
Yeah,
Good.
we were both 8s.
All
Yeah.
right.
Out of 10.
All right.
For the
So
disaster artist.
we now have a choice of if you guys want to continue the show, we can talk about some things we're looking forward to for the holidays. If not, we can call it a night.
Oh yeah,
here.
let's go ahead and talk about what we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
I guess
Cool.
because I'm wanting to get it out there that I'm seeing Shape of Water tomorrow night, which is a movie that I have been looking forward to for a long time,
Looks really good.
and it looks really good.
It's
It's another
getting a lot
Oscar
of-
contender.
It's getting a lot of nominations and stuff.
It is. It led the pack with the most Critics' Choice nominations this year. It led the pack with the most Golden Globe nominations this year. Unfortunately, it got snubbed today at the SAG Awards, which it's upsetting. That's really upsetting. I think it deserves the best cast nomination. Like
I
that's
mean,
the
you got
highest
Michael
honor.
Shannon, and
Yeah.
I
Michael
mean, it's
Shannon.
only nominated Best Actress and Supporting Actor, not even supporting
remember
actress.
the actress's name.
Sally Hawkins.
Sally Hawkins.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then Richard
then-
Jenkins is nominated Supporting Actor. I was surprised that Octavia Spencer was not nominated Supporting.
And then Doug Jones is playing the
The
missing
amphibian.
link.
Yeah.
which is, I mean, he's worked with Guillermo del Toro for years.
Yeah.
Like
It's one of those director-actor
Yeah,
duos.
he always
Yeah.
plays a monster. He always plays a monster, and he always does an amazing job. I love Doug Jones.
Him and Andy Serkis are you two
Mhm.
boys from Motion
Yep.
Capture.
Yep, they. Oh my god. Well, no, Doug Jones. A lot of his stuff isn't motion capture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of his stuff, like in Hellboy when he plays Abe Sapien, that's a full suit.
Oh,
That's a full suit.
wasn't like Hellboy like full suits though?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm saying like
Like that time period, it was.
Yeah,
But then like.
but Doug Jones also still does makeup. and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
A lot of the stuff that he does is still makeup. Like I know, at least for part of Shape of Water, a lot of it is makeup.
Gotcha.
But there are some shots that it has to be
Yeah.
CGI. So he does motion capture, but he does a lot of prosthetics.
Gotcha.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Shape of
And,
Water. I'm spot.
This Friday is
Yeah.
Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and I mean, I can't tell you how excited I am for this. Like, I am ready. Me and my brothers have like, we marathoned it all. We are ready to go, and it would. Me and my brother, like, we marathoned them all when I was home for Thanksgiving, and like, I am ready to go. I am pumped, and I am excited to see Luke Skywalker
We've been
again.
waiting for this movie for 2 years now.
Yeah, find
It's
out
been
who
that long,
Rey's
huh?
parents
Well,
are. and-
short, but like long.
I guess it just feels long because we had
Rogue
Rogue One
One.
last year.
Yeah, so we get to see Luke Skywalker again in 30 plus years. We get to see.
For more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And he actually says some stuff in this
Yeah,
movie
yeah, he
too.
has
Yes.
has lines of dialogue.
We'll find out who Rey's parents are.
Hopefully.
And they said that.
Oh, they
Yeah.
said we would.
Yeah, they said they would.
They said they would.
Awesome.
And we'll get to see Carrie Fisher's final performance as
Which were-
Princess Leia.
Which were unedited at all. They
Yeah.
just kept the same way they
Yeah,
were when they
script
shot.
wasn't changed, movie wasn't changed. I mean, episode 9 now, script is altered, but episode 8 wasn't at all.
Hopefully she goes out really nicely in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is
I'm not ready to see
Disney.
that. I'm not ready to see that in memory of Carrie Fisher at the end of the credits.
I think it's
I'm
gonna
not
hit
ready
all
to
of
see
us.
that.
And this also means it's time to stay off the internet for
Yep.
for like
Yeah.
the next week and a half.
My phone,
Until I see it.
I am off my phone starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow night until I see it Friday night. And then I'll get back on after I see it.
When Force Awakens came out, for some reason,
did you get it spoiled for you?
one of my friends did hey, look at this comment, and in the comment section he put what happened. I'm just like,
We all know.
Well, you can say it now.
You can say
yeah,
Han Solo
I know.
died.
And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, Han
It's in
Solo.
a
I was
year.
like, what do you get off of spoiling this movie for everyone?
Also,
Dude, there were so many Instagram pages that got shut down because they just kept reposting the scene of Han Solo dying.
Yeah, because people.
There was also,
people are assholes.
wow, I didn't see that coming. All right. Luckily, it's fun.
That's
But
Santa
I just
Claus.
didn't see it. I just didn't hear and expect that. I was gonna say right as I was leaving to go see The Force Awakens. So I saw Force Awakens not the week of the premiere because that was just crazy as everything. I saw it I think it was a week after that. So just the second opening weekend, and it was still very, very full. But I remember right before I left, my sister was like, "He dies." I was like, and I just walked. And I was like,
That is your own fault. I have no sympathy for
are you talking
people
about?
who do not go see Star Wars the first weekend. You made a choice.
"What are you talking? No,
And you
that
chose
is
not
not.
to control
Hold on,
it,
so-
hold on a second. That is very okay. If I cannot see it the first week, also there's things are full. I'm
Also,
not
yeah,
waiting on my
things
computer
sell
for
out.
7 hours.
I know. That's why you gotta go get them right when
No,
they come
no,
out.
I'm done with
That's
you.
too much.
I'm done with you, Levi. So
I mean, I'm doing that with Infinity War.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
See,
you-
that's
As soon
what-
as those tickets go on
I mean,
sale,
I'm also
yeah.
not like that.
I'm not
that
saying
really
what
into
happened
Star
to you
Wars.
is a good thing. I'm
Yes,
not,
no.
I'm not gonna blame
scared of
you.
him.
But I'm just
Yeah.
I am gonna say, if it's a big movie like Star Wars or Infinity War,
Yeah.
get those
Yeah.
tickets in advance.
Maybe because I'm not a really huge fan like you are of Star Wars. That's why I'm just I can see it the week after, even though I saw Force Awakens a year after it came out. Because I waited till it came on TV.
I mean that's
That's
fair
your own
if you're,
fault for
if you're
getting
not
spoiled
if
for
you're not a
it.
huge
No,
Star
I got it
Wars
spoiled the
fan.
day after it came out.
No. I was saying, if it got spoiled for you a year after, then that would be.
Oh no, it got spoiled
but
the
if
day
it got
after it
spoiled for
came
you,
out. The day after it came
Yeah.
out.
that's not your.
I mean, if you're not a huge Star Wars fan, then yeah, that's
I
understandable.
mean, I still want to know what happened. I still want to
Yeah.
not be spoiled off the movie.
Also, not everyone can go see it opening weekend at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
that's true.
Sometimes
So
tickets
consider
sell out
that,
That's
please,
why
and next time make your
just
opinion.
just stay off social media things. You know it's gonna get spoiled for you. You know it's going.
Well,
to.
I wasn't
Unless
on
you're
that
not-
much.
unless
I
you're
just-
not careful
I've
around.
already
was
been
careful.
spoiled on one thing.
I was very
so I
careful.
don't need to be spoiled on another thing.
What?
I said, so I already got spoiled on what happened in The Walking Dead last
You
week.
asked for that. I told
No,
you.
but I found out. Remember, I found out beforehand too.
Yeah,
That's why I said I had nothing
Don't
to
talk.
lose.
Don't talk
Yeah,
about
no.
Walking Dead.
That's why I said I had nothing to lose when you started something.
No,
I'm I already knew what
the
happened.
spoiler for this movie is the last one was obviously a key character died. This one's gonna be
Who raised parents?
It
That's
probably
the-
might be both.
That's gonna be the first
I
thing
feel like
I
it might
text
be
you
both.
guys.
I'll turn off my phone. I'll block your number.
I'm kidding.
I'll
I'm
block
not
you.
gonna do it. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do it. I
Be
won't.
gone.
I will not.
I feel like
spoil that.
I feel like it'll be a mix of we find out the parents. I feel like someone else is also gonna
I hope to
get
God she's
taken off.
not a Skywalker.
She's a
probably-
Skinobi.
She's a Binks.
No.
She's a Binks.
Hack, no, that's not no.
Ray Binks.
Who would Jar Jar Binks get? Who has the Force is my question.
That has the Force.
Keep in mind,
Jar Jar had the Force all along.
No.
he's Darth Jar Jar.
Jar Jar
I
has
think
the key to
I think it'd
everything.
be pretty cool if she was a Jinn, like related to
Qui-Gon. That'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I
I didn't.
thought you meant like Jyn Erso. And I was like,
I
that
didn't
doesn't
even-
make sense.
No.
I didn't even think of that. That's actually
She's
really
a-
cool.
The
She's a-
Ursos are dead.
She's a mall.
It's been a year since Rogue One now with The Last Jedi. The Ursos are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think. I think the Qui-Gon Jinn. I didn't even think that could be. You never know.
Yeah,
you truly never know.
I've been thinking she's a Kenobi though.
I thought so too. I thought
Yeah.
she was a Kenobi the whole time.
I'm
Well, going to be a
Like, when
Kenobi.
I'm
the
just
movie-
hoping she's not a Skywalker.
When the movie
Jesus
first came
Christ.
out, I thought that she
Hey,
was a
though.
Skywalker, but then a month later, I was reading an article about how she could be a Kenobi, and that's when all the theories came out. And so I was like,
Yeah, she heard Obi-Wan's voice.
So I've been going back and forth between Kenobi and Skywalker, and I mean, there's both valid points for both that prove that she's one or the other. There's points for both, so it's gonna be
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
pilot
You know,
so we'll see.
stuff. I don't know.
I was gonna say.
Or she'll be related to neither of the two, and it'll be like different people.
She's an
who
original
we've never,
character.
yeah, we've never heard of these people. So
What if she's in? What if
She's
she's
in
like?
Morgana.
I was thinking like Ahsoka.
I was gonna say,
Ahsoka.
if she
Yeah.
like, I know you don't want her to be.
Tano?
Yeah,
No.
it's a
She
possible.
can't be a Tano.
Brendan, I know you don't want her to be a Skywalker, but here's the thing though: the women of the Skywalker family are really strong because let's face it,
Padme died
Padme, but
during childbirth.
yeah, but Padme, Leia were not submitted to the dark side.
That's true.
Yeah, but Padme also died.
Yeah, well, you can't help that.
I mean,
What point does that have to
be
be being a Skywalker? That makes no sense. to me.
Shmi died by Tusken Raiders.
Okay, but what does this have to prove with the theory that you don't want what? Because she's gonna
I mean,
die.
no, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying you said they're very strong, and they are strong, but like they don't have a good history right now.
Well,
all of the
there's no
Skywalkers
good-
are dead
There's no
except
good
for
track
Luke.
record.
Like none of the female Skywalkers have had like the Force or have been Jedi's. So
Leia has the Force. She's
I mean,
not a
she
Jedi.
does. She's just not a Jedi.
Yeah. She
doesn't
She's
use
very
the
strong.
Force.
Yeah.
yeah, she doesn't use the Force in the Jedi.
Leia is the best chance we have with the Skywalkers right now.
It's true.
Leia, and, well, yeah. Leia is the best choice we have with the Skywalkers right now because people are thinking that Luke is turned to the dark side. So
You never know.
I mean, Mark Hamill wanted Luke Skywalker to turn to the dark side.
Maybe
He wanted.
finally get
Yeah,
his-
but you never heard of that?
I never heard.
Wait,
that.
wait,
Yeah.
wait, let's wait.
Mark Hamill
That's
has
not- yeah,
Mark
that's not-
Hamill has become like he's came out numerous times and said like he wanted Luke Skywalker to become a bad guy like in the original trilogy.
Really?
He wanted
That's why he wore all black in Return of the Jedi.
yeah like
Following in his
he
father's
he
footsteps.
wanted him to turn to the dark side. He wanted Luke Skywalker to be a villain. So we'll see. We'll
Oh
see.
man, that's gonna mess me up.
As
Then
of
why-
right
then
now,
why is he
he's-
upset about Kylo
I
Ren?
mean, right now he's just a broken man right now because he like his nephew turned against him when he was trying to train him, and he's just a broken man right now, thinking he could do good with the Force, train Jedi's, and that failed. So
and so that is what
and
turns
now-
him to the dark side.
and so now Rey's popped up, and he's just afraid to try again, and it's yeah.
Oh,
So I'll tell you what. So
yeah.
aside from,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, aside from Star Wars, what else are we kind of looking forward to?
I was just about to say.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
Shape of Water, Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Well, I'm just saying, like holidays.
Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
that's already out, isn't it?
No,
No,
it's not.
comes
December 20th.
Yeah,
Really?
It
Yeah.
comes out next week.
Oh,
And I'm pretty sure, like, isn't it also in the list of contenders for some reason?
Oscars?
Jumanji?
I wouldn't
I'm
see that.
pretty
as a
sure
contender.
Maybe
It's gotten
visual
some good-
effects.
I think it's
it's gotten some good reviews though.
It's a contender for visual effects.
Maybe visual
it's a contender for
effects,
some- It's a contender for
but-
something still.
Yeah, not like best actor. Dwayne
Best
Johnson.
actor, Dwayne Johnson. Best supporting actor,
Kevin Hart.
Jack Black.
Best motion picture.
I just can't even with this place right now.
Yeah, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle comes out.
I'm not looking forward to it.
It's getting some good reviews.
It looks funny. I'm
thing- I
really
excited
wanna
to
see it.
Same.
My thing is, I feel like I would be more willing to go see it if it didn't have Jumanji, like, you know, if it wasn't Jumanji, like
The
its
title.
kind of like its own like spin-off thing, like Zathura, because
It could have just been called Welcome to the Jungle.
like Zathura takes,
That's true.
because you know, like Zathura kind of like takes place in the same universe as Jumanji. It's just a whole different thing.
They'll
Meaning-
make one with Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, also-
meaning like there's more.
Welcome to space.
Meaning there's more than one, like, you know, cursed game. So, you know, there
In my
could be
opinion,
more.
I don't think you can make Jumanji without Robin Williams.
Can.
I mean,
So-
He just got so quiet.
mean,
I can see why you
Yeah.
think that. I can see why you think that, but
it can.
it's not a classic.
Yeah.
It,
I think
it
it
can
is.
be redone.
I think it's a classic.
It's
But
like saying you can't do the Santa Claus without Tim Allen.
You can.
It's like you can do the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
without
It-
Tim
it-
It would
well,
be so
you
much
can
better.
recast.
you can do it, but it just won't feel the same.
It
Jumanji's
won't
not.
feel the same, no, but they're going a completely different
Yeah.
tone.
Yeah, I know.
Jumanji's not one of those movies where it's like Robin Williams is like the only one, or like he's the best fit for this and nobody. Just because the concept of it and the character he plays, like it's not that type of movie.
It's like, oh, I'm a guy that's been stuck in here for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's like,
Anybody.
that can be played by anybody.
Yeah.
You'd throw Andy Serkis in there. Like,
God.
Put Tom Hanks in there. Just have
put Tom Hanks in there.
Castaway.
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 Oh my
Castaway
God.
2 Jumanji.
But so yeah, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. What else? Ferdinand with John Cena.
What?
Christmas Day, Phantom
Ferdinand.
Thread.
No. I'm just thinking like, what else really what big
Yeah, I
things
don't
are coming
know.
out?
Christmas Day, Phantom Thread comes out. Daniel Day-Lewis's final performance
Yep.
before he retires here.
Elizabeth told me that.
Yeah,
Makes
it's
me
his
sad.
final performance.
Feels like all the greats are just.
Makes
I
you
was like-
sad. You didn't know who Daniel Day-Lewis was till like this year.
I know, but it's
When we
still.
watched
I mean, it's still
Gangs in
sad.
New York.
I didn't. Okay, just because I haven't seen a lot of his films doesn't mean I can't be sad.
Oh
by a
wait,
great actor
The Greatest
retired.
Showman comes out too.
I'm looking forward to that. I want to see that movie.
It
Also-
looks decent.
It's entertaining.
Also,
It looks very entertaining, very visual.
Pitch Perfect though. Pitch Perfect.
Pitch
3.
Perfect 3.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's a sequel. I don't know why there's a second one in the first place. Like, the first one
I've
was
never seen any of
the
them.
first
Same.
one was like. The first one was an original, like it was original, it was funny.
The second one's just weird. I
The
heard.
the second one is just like I don't even know what the second one is about.
I mean,
And that was the third one. The third one is supposed to be the last one, but they'll probably do like a new generation thing, most
Yeah,
likely.
they'll just do what they did with
Ghostbusters.
no.
No, you-
You
I
think
was
they'll do
thinking
like
of,
a male Pitch Perfect?
No, I was thinking of what's it called?
Tone
The
Perfect?
cheerleaders. The
Oh,
Bring It On. Bring It On.
yeah,
Yeah,
Bring It
Bring It
On.
On. They'll just do Bring It On.
Yeah,
and
but the
just
thing is,
recast them all.
but bring it on. Like there's like 5 different stories now.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm
there's
saying
no-
that's just what they'll do with Pitch Perfect,
I
though.
hate Bring It On.
I mean, everyone at my school loved Pitch Perfect, and I was just like,
Because
It's a
Every
Glee
s-
movie.
every single day I got to hear Aka awkward, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
huh.
no thank you. But so
Yeah.
yeah, all those movies come out, and also like in limited releases that go nationwide eventually. Steven Spielberg's new film, The Post,
Mhm.
coming out with Meryl Streep and Tom
Looking
Hanks.
forward
Looks
that.
pretty interesting.
Looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Oh, I'm more so looking for stuff that comes out in January, honestly.
When does?
Oh, The Commuter with Liam Neeson comes out in January.
We had the
you
had
mean you mean nonstop but on a train?
yeah. We had the commuter.
Exactly.
The Commuter, Proud Mary with Taraji P. Henson in it.
That's
Pat-
Tyler Perry movie. Right?
It's Paddington 2 also comes out. Molly's Game.
Wait, the one with Taraji P. Henson's not a Tyler Perry movie?
No, I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think it is.
I thought
Because
it was.
it's like, I don't want to say it's supposed to be like a female John Wick.
I thought she's starring in some movie that's directed by Tyler Perry. Maybe it's not this
It's
one.
he's not directed. It's
Oh,
yeah. I don't know what Tyler Perry's doing nowadays.
alright.
But like
Yeah.
there's Proud Mary, a Commuter, Insidious, Insidious comes out.
That looks pretty
Maze
interesting.
Runner, The Death Cure comes out.
Oh, I forgot about
Molly's Game, I don't know what that's about. And
it's Aaron Sorkin's
yeah, and I think
directorial debut.
Den of Thieves, and I think that's all it's like really
Den of
big.
Thieves, that's the one with Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
And 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of what else like is really big that's coming out, like in that.
By that point, we'll be back, won't we? Then.
What?
Yeah. Nothing else really big is coming out next month
Because
because it's
January.
January.
Yeah.
We're in that
The dead month.
we're in the dead zones.
Yeah.
February's getting better though because
Yeah.
there's
February has Black Panther. That's
Feb-
like the only thing I really care about.
50
February.
Shades Freed.
Like I said,
Get out of my face.
the only thing we're caring about in February is Black Panther,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go see Black Panther when it comes out.
I am
same.
too. It comes out on my birthday, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
But February's turned into a blockbuster month all of a sudden. Like
It
this
really
past
is.
2
Like
years,
Deadpool.
it turned it. Yeah, starting with Deadpool, like it turned into a blockbuster month these past 2 years.
Wait, when do we get Deadpool 2?
20.
June.
Oh, Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
we get it
June.
in like June.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a month after Infinity War, like the first weekend. of June.
So,
Oh, nice.
tell you what, I mean, if there's anything else we kind of want to
Yeah, I
talk
think
about,
we're done.
I just want to say
We're
this
done.
announcement that we got right here. So, there's the camera back again. All right, so there is a holiday. You can actually see it now. That's kind of, I've never done this. I don't know why I never did this before. You can actually like see the poster and stuff now. I can put it up to the camera and you can read it too. Screenshot it. Whatever you need to do. So there is a holiday hangout presented by the Galaxy Radio happening this upcoming Monday, December 18th, in the library conference room from 9 to 11 p.m. They'll be having, I'm assuming, free food and like probably like Christmas stuff and free food and that kind of stuff. So if you love free food, I know all college students pretty much do. Go check that out. They're probably gonna be having some maybe Sanka's gonna be DJing or something like that. So it looks like a lot of fun. I will try to. What's up?
I know. There's another event happening this weekend. I just remembered it's a thing.
Oh, okay.
The Yule Ball, like Quidditch is.
Oh yeah.
The Yule Ball's this weekend. I totally forgot about
That's
that
right.
too.
So if you've seen Harry Potter, the famous Yule Ball that happens in the Goblet of Fire, that's happening. I don't know the details exactly. I saw that too, Steven.
I mean, it's like Sanka's also DJing that.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely.
There's posters for that.
Yeah.
Like,
Outside our apartment.
Yeah,
went
there is
last
Webster
year.
Quidditch.
Because I went last year because for some it got scheduled like with the VGC lock-in, so I went to the Yule Ball and then went right to VGC. But I mean I had fun last year. Like I won a puzzle for like a prize.
That's
That
cool.
I still have yet to open.
So
It's been
definitely, if you are a Harry Potter fanatic and you just love Quidditch and all that, well, first of all, check out Webster Quidditch because they're freaking awesome. But also, go check out the Yule Ball, which is hosted by Webster Quidditch. Who knows where it is? There's posters all around campus. Sam Priest's house. So there you go. Check that out. But yeah, so now you have two different kind of events to look forward to. Definitely this one too. I might not be able to make it just because it's on Mondays and
That's fine
around
with me.
this same time. I will try to make it, but we do have Tosh is on Monday night, so probably our closing show of the semester. So there's that happening. But other than that, I'll see what's up. But just real quickly and if you guys want to go ahead, so kind of like our ending remarks of the year, because after all, this is our final episode. Is there anything that, before I end it all, that sounds really weird, before I end the show for tonight, is there anything you guys want to say just about the show or anything like that? Is there kind of closing remarks or?
We got another semester down.
Yeah,
another
we-
semester
Another
down.
great semester.
As far as movies,
Those are
like
great.
2017 has been a good year for movies.
Mhm.
Really
I
good year.
think, because like my favorite year for movies to this day is still 2013. I love 2013 so much. Just the movies that year were
That's
so
when we got Iron Man
powerful
3.
and great.
Oh.
It was, yes. But 2017 is like,
It's a pretty good year.
I've really enjoyed 2017. There have been a lot of good movies, and since I can remember going back to 2013, and I'm really excited for like what the Oscar season holds, and just looking back at all the movies this past year that have came out. So 2017 was good. 17 treated good for movies.
I mean, like last year with the Oscars, it was basically neck and neck with La La Land and Moonlight.
It
Yeah.
shouldn't have been.
Moonland.
But this one, like,
This year, there's no front runner.
yeah, it's just
It's
a
a
mixed
blank.
bag.
It's a blank slate. Like there is no like clear front runner. It can be any of the contenders.
Yeah. And yeah, like I said, like you said,
That's right.
2017 with entertainment in general has been a really good year. Like last year and like the year before, it just been dead zones for a lot. Like it was a dead zone for films. It was a dead zone for like video games too. Like everything just died in the past like 2 years.
I hated
Yeah.
2014. I can't
Like,
tell you how much. I
These
hated
like these
2014.
last few years with like films, video games, and music. No, music had a really good year.
For me, like 2011 was a bad year for movies, but then 2014,
Was
I
even
don't
worse.
even want to think about 2014.
But
for
but yeah,
movies.
like everything has taken like was like such a hit in these last few years. Like, and then now like 2015 was like that neutral like area like where it was still bad. People trying to get back on their feet. 2016 had everybody like starting to get back on it, and this year is just when everything has just been coming out so good. Like, movies have been great, music has been great. So many video games have also been great because it's been a dead zone with games for 2 years. It's been so annoying. And like, cause we had like 6 games come out back to back to back that are all like contenders for Game of the Year,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really good. So it's like this, just to see like everything's taking like coming back and coming back strong this year. It brings a lot more hope to what will be happening next year.
Yeah,
So.
entertainment's back on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Here's for 2018. Let's hope you're just as good.
Just as good. I got you. All right. So I'll just go ahead and close it out right here. Thank you, like I said on the Facebook page, for all of our viewers and fans that have listened to us this semester, and pretty much for our now two years that we've been here.
Well,
Been a year.
A year.
I'd say it's been a year.
About a year. So we really greatly appreciate that for all the support you've given us. Even if you've watched us for a good 30 minutes or so, we do talk a lot. Some people tell us that. But
we have a slot for 2
wrong.
hours.
we do.
You're not wrong. We talk a lot.
But no, even if you listen to us for 5 minutes, 30 minutes, the whole 2 hours, we
even those times where it's 3 hours.
That's right. Even those times where it's
again, we have like 3 shows left.
even those times
We've done pretty
where
good
it's
this year.
3 hours,
Yeah.
we appreciate all the support that you've given us. It's just it can be really a treat to just kind of see that the people, like a lot of our parents and brothers and sisters, listen to us too. So it's pretty awesome to see how that kind of spreads around. I deeply appreciate, just me personally, I appreciate all the support that you've given us, just because it's a really nice honor just to be here and do that. Definitely the Galaxy Radio is something that has proven to be a really awesome thing to be a part of, and I would just always, I personally will always remember that as part of myself. But yeah, it's thanks for all the support you've given us. I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. But yeah.
We're talking like it's the last show.
No, I'm just saying that's kind of how it is. But other than that, thank you so much for listening to us this year. The CineManiacs, we'll be back next year with some new movies to come out. But other
all like everything we've mentioned,
Yeah.
Star Wars, Shape of Water, Phantom Thread, Jumanji.
Ferdinand.
Nobody see Ferdinand.
Other than-
Please, nobody see Ferdinand.
Other than that, I appreciate it.
Hey,
So
we're the
thank you
first
guys
talking
so much for
to
listening to us. All the support you've given us is great.
It's a goal.
And until the next time you see us,
It'll be
signing off for one final time this semester.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Levi.
Steven.
I'm Irvin. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it. We are the CineManiacs, and we will see you very soon.